Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Ultimate General Civil War with me, your host, Luckymarine. Now, the first and third corps, we have pumped up to their full manpower. We've also got a second corps now, and these all have the rifles of, well, they're all crap, to be honest. Most of them are. These are all the rifles that we just had laying around, that we'd saved up. Oh, and cannons for that matter. That we'd had saved up for a while. Longstreet, I don't want you in charge there. Let's put you at least in charge of a division. That division hit. Now, if I was to do all this again, let's put you in charge here. If I was to do all this again, I would pick up, as we were going through in the barracks, I would pick up as many 3-star colonels as I could. Because I ran out. And the second corps is lieutenant colonels, majors, colonels. Thankfully, we had enough lieutenant generals in division command to give them a decent amount of command. You'll also see for these divisions, I've gone for the discipline training, just to get that extra lump of morale in there. This is essentially cannon fodder, as is this. We'll be using our first and third corps as the ones that do the heavy lifting, and the second and the fourth will soak up damage. Really, we might use them to defend forts if we capture forts. Push them into the enemy first, that kind of thing. And the 5th corps, we've just got a lot of cav there, just so that we can bring the supply into the field. The ever elusive 5th corps. So we've ended up with 165,000 men in all, 502 cannons, I believe, guns even. 104, 144, 112, 142, yeah. I like to say I did that off the top of my head, but I've already got it written down. I won't lie to you. And I've just brought them all from the stocks that we had. So I think 4th corps, you've ended up with 10 pounder Parrots, 10 pounder ordnances. We haven't bought any of these, we already had these in stock. Which means we've continued. We're going to get to the end of the game with about 1.5 million in the bank, just sat there. So yeah. We could easily have bought better rifles, been up to date with rifle tech, I suppose. We could have also have bought more majors. Not majors, colonels. Even just buying the colonels for the very last fight, so that you get to this stage when you're trying to make 2, maybe even 3 full corps worth of men. In terms of men, how many men would be able to get? 8,000. Yeah, it's not worth it. I'll keep the reputation buff. I think it's 8 morale boost here. Yeah. So left a few men here because I don't know if we're going to be able to come back in the middle of the fight to the camp screen. We might be able to, and if that's the case, I'll want a few men left over to chuck in, but we'll see how we get on. We'll see how we get on. Last fight, Washington. Go. Now the last two fights have been, for want of a better phrase, a bit of a clusterfuck. It's just been throwing people at a fort, or at least a defensive position. But here we do have certain forts that we have to take. So let's put first corps here. It says it's the secondary attack, but it's the first phase that opens up. I've done this fight before. On the silent run through, in fact. First corps around that way, second corps around this way, and you in with the main attack. Yeah, on the silent run through, I actually lost it. It was by a very fine margin. It was when the Union, you take all the bits that you need to take, fair enough, but then the Union gets reinforced by 100,000 men, and they counterattack, and you have to hold on. And I held every single objective except this fort here. Was it this fort? Might have been this fort. Probably this one. Yeah, I lost control of this fort, and that was it. Just lost the game. And I was going to upload it, but for it being silent, I couldn't. But yeah, that was good. It was good the fact that you could get to this stage in the game and it's not become easy. It sort of scales with you. Although I don't know how reinforcements of 100,000 men is scaling. But it made it a challenge. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it better than the finale to the Union campaign. Okay. It's weird. Around Washington, they had a massive wood shortage actually because of the amount of trees that they had chopped down in order to make all the defences. Possibly one of the most defended, the most defended? Is that what I'm talking about? The most defended? No, probably the best defended city on the planet at that point. Fort de Ruzy is a formidable fortification. I know where Fort de Ruzy is. Let's have a little look. Sorry, Fort de Ruzy. Fort de Ruzy. Where are you? There we go. We're here. I'll be looking at the apparently the ring of forts around Washington. There's not many. I mean, there is. It looks like there's a lot, but there's not many that are in good nick. That are in good shape. Not the kind of forts that you'd walk around and think, oh yeah, that was a fort. It's very much like this. Can we actually get on the floor and have a look? No. Mr. Google person hasn't been around it, which is a shame. I mean, fort technology had changed a lot, and you needed big earthwork walls by this point, just because cannon tech had got to such a point that conventional like forts, like ye olden days, like British, English olden days of castles, take like Carlisle Castle for example, with its puny tiny walls made of stone. They were easy to get through with artillery, with cannon even. I wonder why they don't have artillery. I wonder why they don't have mortars, because it was definitely a thing. It's the old Mott and Bailey trick there, brought in by the Normans when they came in. Let's have a little look through the little gatehouse, and you can see the walls aren't particularly thick, and so you'd be able to get through that quite easily with cannon. In order to shore up the older castles, they'd build another wall about here, and they'd fill the inside with earth. Well, with anything that would stop the shock of the ball hitting the outer wall. Anyway, Carlisle Castle with its Georgian barracks in here. You can tell it's Georgian by the windows. Cool. And in order to combat that, they started building things like this, Deal Castle, in the 1700s, I believe. Henry VIII commissioned this kind of fortification to stave off threats from the French and the HRE. Pretty cool. And you can see it is definitely aimed at cannon warfare. You know, none of these walls are going to come down anytime soon. It's a very small target. When you take into account even the fact that it's set low into the ground, and then you've got the outer wall. It's a very small target. Yeah, reminiscent of some of the forts that you lot have. Well, not here. I mean, the best fort that I've seen, or some of the best forts that I've seen, have been on the south coast actually. Sorry about this. I hope I do well in this fight now, because I don't want to be doing all this again. Where was it? There's one down here. Fort Jefferson. There we go. That's pretty cool. Apparently this was a Union prison. They captured this very early on and took it. And I think we can actually walk around this. We can. Let's go have a look. Let's go compare the wall thickness. So yeah, very different. Ooh, it is a parrot gun because of the banding in just here, but it's quite big, which is exactly what she said. That looks almost like a naval gun, maybe 200 pound, maybe less, maybe 100 pound. Notorious for exploding, and you can see where the guns will be mounted here and here. But yeah, you can see, ooh, seaplane. You can see the thickness of the walls, and they needed to be, so they didn't get knocked down by artillery fire. Let's have a little look around some more. Pretty cool. This, I think, is a 200 pounder. Yep. Wouldn't have been there, would have been, imagine this dug out. It'd have been kind of here on a swivel. Sweet. Where the hell are we now? Okay, yeah, I've broken it. Let's go. Let's go. I've broken the world. Game. It's not even a game. Where have I put us now? Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I found this by accident. And I was like, oh, I'll show them this. But then I did a little bit of digging on it, and it was like, it's the most biggest red brick building in the whole of the Americas. I was like, well, everyone's going to know about this, isn't they? Aren't they? So yeah, there's that. And there's some more on the south coast. Another couple that I saw, very reminiscent of Civil War type buildings. You see with the gun emplacements and the mega thick walls. That's Fort Gaines, and then on the opposite side we've got Fort Morgan. Again, Star Fort. Guns will be situated just there, and where the circular positions that you can see will be where the limber would be pivoted round to aim at certain things. Battery Bowyer, that was a later thing. Yeah, they're huge guns. They'd be like 8-inch, 9-inch, something like that. They'd be probably like they were probably part of the defences for World War One. At a guess, they're too big to be Civil War. Anyway, on with the fight. But you can see here, you can see how the walls are thicker. Talking of thick walls, there you go. Fort Stevens. So that was Daruzi. Let's have a... Sorry about this. Let's have a look. In relation... How did I just miss Washington? There we go. So that was Daruzi. Fort Daruzi there. Fort Stevens here. Which apparently is this. Okay. what's this? Fort Slocum. Well, you know where we're going. Fort Slocum. That's a little bit cool, actually. That is really cool. Having representations of them in-game and them actually being here in this kind of arc. That's really well done. Of course, there wasn't just forts. There were trenches, and there were miles and miles and miles of trenches. Yep. And as I said, all the trees have been chopped down and they were put into defensive positions. Fort Thomas is the newly built fortification. Let's have a look and see if there's a Fort Thomas. Fort Trotton Park. There might be. Fort Bunker Hill. Fort DuPont. Fort Davis. Fort Ricketts. Well, if you know if there's a Fort Thomas anywhere, do let me know. Fort Circle Park, Fort Bunker Hill. Okay. Washington itself. Cool. Federal not expecting at Fort DeRussy is lightly guarded. We could rush our troops to storm it before it is reinforced. We could indeed. They are going to be reinforcing from Yay direction. So, what do? Do we take it slow and do we blast them out of it? Or do we try to rush? I think we try to surround the fort and try and cut them out from their support. The reinforcements are going to happen whilst we get the cannons rolled up, and we use the cannons to blast them out of the fort, because the amount of cover that they're going to have in here is going to be ridiculous. So, where's it? Poe. Come on, move. Siegfried and Palmer. Have you four over here and we'll sweep around this edge. We'll have another 4 on this side here. And we'll get them all the way down this side of the map. Probably across the river here, maybe even here. And get right behind. And who we got left in the middle? Right, Kennedy. Thoburn? Must be someone new. And our 24 pounders. And we use the 24 pounders to blast them out of that fort. Alright, so that's the plan. Instead of just rushing everyone into the middle of the fort like we did last twice, the twice before, we'll try to use our cannons to good effect. Okay, let's go. You lot. I would like you over here. I like you to run. On you lot. Over here. And again, let's get you running. Let's split skirmishers off from you and you. I will push them to the very edge of these woods, try and open up what's there. Skirmishers off from you Push you to the very edge then. We'll have Stuart, Thoburn, and Kennedy down to the edge of these woods, and we'll get our cannons rolling. There. You're running, aren't you? Yep. As are you. You lot don't need to. I will speed time up. Speaking of time, we don't actually have that much. Okay, let's get you across. Yep, and you. Now that you lot are into the open, let's pull you down this way. So they have cannon. Let's pull you into these woods here. So firing at skirmishers, they're not firing at anyone else. Thoburn, why have you been spotted? Right, you move up a little bit. I want to reveal what's in this vault. Mary, go around that so you don't get slowed down. And Siegfried. And Palmer in a weird way. And Pope. Really? Alright, move out. Thoburn, how are you spotted? Who are you spotted by? Can you move into a bit of cover? Let's go observe. Now chances are, from here, you'd be able to see who's poking the head out on this fall, wouldn't you? Oh, why can't we see it? This bullshit. Okay, people, I need you down here. Approximately. Sort you out when you get there. Cannons. And you down here as well. Go. Right, you move forward. Let's have you into this cover here. Let's have you move forward as well. Look out, shoot all of you. I want to know what's on. Alright. Okay, you pull back. You pull back as well. 1072. So you lot running down here. Okay, get yourself away. And we'll use this opportunity to get these guys across the river. And run. And you lot. I think it gave us 2 hours. So I think about an hour to get into position. Properly into position. isn't so bad. No, this way. So we're in these fields. These are starting to drop out of the observation of somebody, probably people on this wall. As soon as everyone's out, we'll cut them in. Now I recognise this bit of the map. I remember defending this farm. Do you remember when we were here? And this was a defensive point. This was a defensive point. This wall hadn't been built. This fort hadn't been built. And we came across here with our support. Yeah, I remember. And the main enemy thrust was from down here. And from across here. I remember. Okay, you lot. Let's cut you down here. Reinforce the fort. Appears 1 division of Smith's 18th Corps. Excellent. We might be able to use their defensive position against them. Let's spin you around. Siegfried, I wish you could run, but I can understand that you can't. They've got a real hard on for reinforcing the fort, and they're not even turning to face. So if you firing at this if you can. Nope. Attack at fort. We hadn't run out of time, had we? No. Alright, so this is the main thrust. Onto the massive fort. The main target is Fort Stevens, the biggest and strongest fort in the region. One of our soldiers has spotted Lincoln observing us with his binoculars from Fort Stevens barricades. He ain't staying there for long, no doubt, after watching our veterans coming down to him. Well, we'll see. Bluecoats responded to our attack and have dispatched infantry from Washington's defences. Bad news for us, good news for our soldiers that are executing the flanking manoeuvre. They will fight fewer Yankees. Yeah, that's fine. Well. Siegfried, what do I do with you? We're gonna have to get off that defensive position and face this way. We'll push skirmishers out. And the rest of the units can follow them behind. just be a slow, continuous march and fire at anything that gets in your way. Race Finnegan and ourselves. Move up here. Go. Our brigades have begun to arrive. Hurry, defend the fort. Defend what fort? We haven't got a fort. We haven't taken it yet. So it appears in that first phase you don't have to take this fort. Interesting to know. That should be a flank. So you're firing into Palmer. You're firing into Harvey. Let's have you in this gap here. In fact, Mercer, you push back. That way stop these veterans getting onto this defensive position. And we have a flanking group of dudes. Splendid. You two move up. You're firing Palmer if you can. Yank infantry are deployed behind the fences to delay us. Yeah, it's okay, we'll get there. More people. Outstanding. Let's get you forward. We don't need you to run, just walk. That way you'll stay in line, just that little bit better. You turn and face. Take veteran so you don't get hit in the back, and you fire at Palmer. Poe, even. Fire at Palmer. Or you into the back of them. And we will start this offensive. There we go. Done. Elements of Hooker's 20th Corps sighted. They are defending the farms ahead of us. That's alright. So if you pull back there, let's try and get you beyond, actually. If we can turn Bell around, it just means we've got less to fire at. Again, just delay these getting into the defensive positions. We should be able to just march through them, essentially. Nope, just fire at them. Do not melee, you stupid fools. Alright, maybe not the best place to be. Let's get you back. And you. Can we fire on them? Should be able to do the acting like we act. Oh, it's getting behind them. push you up here. Let's push you up here as well. The cannons are slowly but surely getting there. Hopefully the infantry in front of them can stop the cannons from taking too much damage. Yep, another cheeky hit as they're getting up the hill. And let's take out bomb. You, and you. Push it even further forward. Let's have you firing into back of Curtis. Okay, go. 3 skirmishers, let's get you through this. Well, there's no gap there, but hopefully there will be by the time you get through. Hey, good, and yep, you're going to be within range of Ruger. So 4 pounders are starting to get in place. I want you straight through that wall. And we'll roll up these guys that are trying to get onto this wall, into this defensive position. That's weird, you can fire through a defense into somebody that's behind. Didn't expect that. You lot, move on. You lot, flank these guys in these woods. You two continue. You get in the woods and share it with them. You lot move forward and I want you flanking. Also, cannons continue to move. Heavy artillery is reinforcing the enemy. Okay. Let's try getting behind the defences. Might end up getting flanked though. We'll just have to deal with it. What have I done there? No. You there. You there. You here. How we get on? They should be vacating this very soon. Boyle, Grant and Hare will push you further round. Skirmishers, I think we're going to need you, but we'll get you into the side of Heskett if nothing else. Cannons, move on. We'll move on as well. Bell surrendered. Okay. Off you go. You're within range of these cannons here. We'll pull you back ever so slightly. You three continue this flanking manoeuvre. Now we're in behind the defences. We've rendered these defences useless. And we'll just continue all along them. And we'll take charge of these defences. Viat, you move up, and McCook. Graham, Alabak, Thoburn, Kennedy. Start moving through this fort. Hill, Hare, Grant, and Boyle. You move down here. Lieutenant Colonel Frank Poe is killed. Major General Darrell Siegfried is wounded. Oh no. Alright, let's continue this press here as well. Actually. Yeah, do. McGuinness, Cook, Tribute, Price. Very good. Push you down here as well. Alright, so we've turned the cannons away. Can we get another shot on? A parting shot? Doesn't look like it. Right. Try to take out the 18th Corps Commander. There was another commander over here as well. Where's he gone? I think this fort is fairly safe now. You'll press through the point. We'll leave Thoburn in it. Cannons can't move. As can you. And Johnson. And Asplice. How are we looking? What have we got up here? Richards, let's get you involved. Let's get you off the field. That should... They should melt away with just those skirmishes. What you lot continuing to move forward. You keep those skirmishes at bay. Why have turned you back on Rucker? I don't know. I really don't know. Are we not firing on Drake? We had better be. You're all moving in the right direction. This is all working. You to the side of Barton. You through this gap. Let's try to take out Woodbury if we can. If we charge into there, we can get Grant and Hill firing into this. Let's go babysit Farnsworth then. And you. The rest of us need to be away. You fire into them, so you firing into Adams. You firing into Henry, who's out in the open. Poe, I know your dudes are dead, but let's get you in this gap. Palmer, in this gap. Skirmishers, just go back to unit. Capture Fort Stevens, contested Fort de Rouzy. Do really need to capture Fort Stevens right now? I'd rather do more with this. Looks like we've got rid of those cannons. Excellent. Nope. Fire at Drake is coming back onto his defensive position. Already in behind him. Shouldn't take too much to mess him up. Hill, Grant, and Hare. You push up. What has happened here? Alright, take out Seymour first. You across that river. You across the river. You across the river. And you can take long range pot shots at us all day long if you want. Pull for you further up. Organise ourselves just so. Breathe, go back to your unit. Hey, good, back to your unit. Move up ourselves. And move the cannons up. Nope. There you go. Good take out you. You carry on. 1 hour and 35 minutes. Book of skirmishes. That will leave you out. I think we're getting good vision from you. Fisher, Pelham and Law. Let's Get you forward. Also, I doubt these people have properly died. We're gonna have to go and sort them out. Nope. Kill the cannon. Kill the cannon. Palmer. Kennedy Hill. Let's complete this line. Siegfried, Stewart, Graham and Poe. I want you second line, able to jump in at any moment. Kennedy skirmishes around the side of Haskin. He'll take fire from the fort, but if we can roll Haskin away, we can have a 3-on-1 into Stannard. Alright, and continue moving. Let's not allow them to set themselves. Our brigades are going to arrive. Hurry, defend the... What fort? Which fort? What fort are we defending? Okay, Palmer Hill. Again, press forward. You two, press forward as well. Looks like Haskin is focused on Kennedy's skirmishers, so we'll use Kennedy's skirmishers to present Haskin's flank to Grant. Or maybe not. Nope. Alright, let's get you in. Grant and Hurt. Let's press you up. Second line, let's move you up as well. You to be firing into 13th Michigan. I also need you to be firing into 13th Michigan when you get there. I think he was just about to fire there. It's a good job we turned him away. Fisher, Pelham and Law. Let's press you forwards. All of these guys. They need to come across as well. Nope. And we keep going. Oh, why have I got... Am I pressing the wrong button here? I'm not pressing the wrong button. There we go. There. Well, that should be a kill. Excellent. Second line, make sure you're up right behind the first line. If anyone falls out, we need to slot you in there. Johnson, you move forward as well. Mersey, let's put you back on to this fort. You're lagging behind. Let's move you up. Obertufa. Surrendered. Okay. Let's run you out this way. He's quite far away to surrender, actually. That's a... pretty much a 4-on-1 there. We'll allow that to happen until Stedman routes, and then we'll press forward again. In the same instance, we will attack the front of the fort. I don't want you all going together. If they all go together, they'll go at the speed of the cannons. You start firing. Let's push you on. They've been routed. Let's push you lot further on. You should be running, I don't know why you're not. As should you. As should you. We should probably aimed for the 13th Michigan, who are invisible right now. Or, well, I don't know what they're doing. But you can go through that. I'm sure we can chuck you onto that as well. Eliminate as many cannons in the shortest space of time possible and continue that march. Second line, move up. Fairly certain they died, however. Split skirmishers off, chuck them into the corner. You move this way. Okay. Fairly happy with this. Carry on. I don't care if you switch positions. Honestly, I don't care. Let's get you away. Horse, I don't think we have any use for you. It's not one of those maps where you need to get in behind it, it's just... yeah, you need lines. So that you know that areas of the map are safe. Continue on. Let's try and take out the cannons first. Farnsworth surrendered. Okay. Okay, Farnsworth, let's get you up north with the rest of you dudes. Freeze up these two units. They'll continue. Second line, you relieve Kennedy. Stuart and Poe. You carry on. How about using their own defensive positions against them? That'd be a bit cool. Nope. Let's rid them of those cannons if we can. Excellent work. Stuart, in behind Pettigrew, the rest of you push on. Kennedy, you in behind Pettigrew as well. Looks like they have vacated that position, so let's charge the walls. Who are you firing at? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's move you three even further up. So that should be explosive shot. You three leapfrog. You four even. Leapfrog those three. Get supplies in there. Okay, skirmishers, go back to your unit. And yeah, let's continue to press. You three are not firing at anyone, let's push you up. Could do with getting rid of these cannons. 14th Michigan. Confederate secured Fort Stevens. Keep pressing. And keep pressing. Let's not allow them to set themselves. In fact, now's the time that these guys have been waiting for. We'll run them into position and apply pressure from the front. May even use a horse to swamp a artillery position here, if there is one. Gibson, you move on. Brewster and... actually Brewster. You got that defensive position. Morton, you on this one. We'll put Tower in behind you. Race. Move up. seems to have worked. There you go. Because we weakened them so much here, I think they were pulling more and more units away from like second line defense. And so you've got 855 men guarding this long line, and what, 10,000 people, 10,000 men in front of him? No matter how much cover this gives him, it's never going to be enough. Although let's try and silence those guns if we can. In fact, let's charge them. Go out of range of everything. Check you further along, and you two continue that way. Don't know what I've just done there. Who did I select? I think I selected Graham skirmishers, Kelly skirmishers even. You go back to unit. Palmer, Siegfried, Graham. Cover off. No, just there. Go. We'll charge the cannons with our cav. You lot should be firing into this, as should you. And let's press you on. No point in you being up here. Let's get you involved. Buckley, you as well. We'll move these cannons probably into the fort. Yeah, moving forward first, and then probably into the forts. Supplies, us. Let's get you off the field. You go back to your unit. And we need to silence them guns. None of you are seeing action just there. Let's press you up. Now I think this battlefield develops even more and you get hit from the south. So, to that end, I'm going to prep for them now. It's a bit cheaty, I suppose. Cannons. Okay. Nope, spread out a little bit. Utterly destroyed cannons. Love it. Fort Slocum is our new target. The next one along, I believe. We received last troops that will support the northern advance. The rest are heading south to flank the east side of the city. Yeah, just him. Advance men. Okay, I'm going to leave that there, ladies and gentlemen. The days of 2-hour-long videos, I think, should be over. It's difficult to keep my brain into 2-hour videos. It's difficult to keep on track, I should say. Anyway, I've been Luckymarine. As always, you lot have been amazing. The next phase of this battle has opened up, as has a little bit more of this map, I think. Hasn't it? It was here before, because when we crossed this river, these were right at the edge of the map, and now it's opened up further down. Anyway, plan is grab these supplies. We'll probably need them. We'll also chuck troops around here, Poe and Gedders around the back. If we can capture them, we can capture them, or we'll just get them away. If we need to fire into them, we need to fire into them. It's either or. We will use this 2 hours and 59 minutes to sort our lives out, sort our troops out. There's nothing much here, not from experience anyway. We're in no great shakes, no great hurry to take it. We'll sort out a defense for the south, which I think is, I think we get attacked from the south. They come storming up to try and take the fort back. So we'll sort that out. We'll also resupply everybody. We'll take this fort. I've been Luckymarine. As always, you lot have been amazing. This is Washington, the final battle. Until next time, do take care.